down. Yeah, okay, please don't go that fast. I just don't know. Oh my god, did they capture Indianapolis underneath them? No. Okay. I think there's a lot to this game that still needs to be fixed and finished, and it just never will, because I think they've stopped working on this game completely. So anyway, here's the situation. 99 national morale to 46. How I'm at 99, don't ask me, I have no idea. National support is perfectly even, because that makes sense. Do I win if you guys get below 25? That's hilarious. You guys really need to beat me soon. Yeah, like I know how the mechanics work, and I know how to cheese the game into a major victory. I mind you, this is my third campaign. I've played a Union before this and a Confederate before this, and both of those campaigns I won. One of those I won in less than a year. The other one, I think I won right about now, in around May of '62. Like I know how the mechanics work. I just don't think I agree with them, is what I'm trying to say. Which is why I want to not have Grant just waltz his way all the way down to Montgomery, Alabama. But I guess that's what's happening, because there's nobody here to stop him from walking into Chattanooga. We took Knoxville, why not Chattanooga? Okay, are these navies ready? Yes, okay. So this blockade is 74. Okay, no, the navy is not ready, because that selected the fucking garrison of Fort McHenry. Baltimore Squadron 2. Come down here. You are a brig. So this is 74. Wasn't it just at 72? Somebody remember that number. These guys who are just sitting in Kentucky, while my armies are away in Indianapolis, should be recapturing Louisville. You know, those guys can do whatever the hell they want to do, while I'm slowly walking back to Rolla. Speed 5. Okay, I will have you come back to Louisville. Hello? The Department of under Bolton, come back down here, and then the Army of the West should, I guess, come to Louisville as well. So this was 74. I want you to come over here, no, not Fort McHenry. Go over there just to be over there. Okay, that's one new ship. Still 74. What if I zoom out and zoom back in? Still 74. Oh my god. AOM mod. See, that's another thing, is I'm just not... Talk about the AI not being smart enough to stop me. I'm not smart enough to figure out how to mod the game. I mean, I've not actually looked into. I've thought about it. I've not actually looked into it. What am I waiting for? Oh, maybe I should do trade warfare. Logistics reforms. Yes, there is nothing that I can do that I want to do. Oh, trade warfare. I'm paused, but apparently the game is playing. Why are you moving so slow? What is this? Oh, not this shit again. Okay. Alright, McClellan. Is it really that simple? Is it really just going from one, just dragging a file into a folder? I could probably do that. I can probably figure that out. I don't know. It's still asking a lot of me, though. It took me. Just today, I spent hours trying to find a fucking open source video editing software, and somebody directed me to this thing called FFmpeg or whatever. And it was like, oh my god, it's the best software. It is so great. Fucking didn't figure out until I had finished installing it and setting it up that it does video editing in the command prompt. What sort of fucking maniac types code into a command prompt and expects it to do video editing? Ah, no, you want me to edit a video, you give me a fucking UI. That's that. As simple as that. Wait, haven't we seen this map before? Weren't we just here, but it was like rotated? But there was a lake here. No, this is Pine Mountain. Deweyville. I have no idea where this map is, but I can assure you that the Virginia Peninsula that we are currently fighting on does not have nearly this many hills. You guys all bunch up like that. I have double their numbers. Not quite, but close enough. Well, obviously, if there was only the one capture point, I'm gonna just waltz my way first here to Deweyville, and then I'm just gonna go set up on Greeley Mountain. And times 5, please, or times 20. Same as. Because if I was them, I would assume they'd be set up somewhere around here, here, or there. We're gonna have an ad break in about 15 seconds. It's only 30 seconds, but I'm going to also just pause the game right there, and I'm going to take a short break because I haven't moved in 2 hours. So, be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna quickly do doot doot just so that I know where to cut it when I'm editing this later. Um, and there we go. Is the peninsula really that hilly? I would expect it to be like the New Jersey Pine Barrens, really flat and sandy and pine barren-y. A lot of barrens in the Pine Barrens, you know. That's after the Holy Roman Empire was dissolved. That's where all the barons of all the tiny little kingdoms went. They moved to New Jersey. They don't teach you that in middle school, high school, elementary school. Secret history, that one is. Really? That seems like such a strange place to have hills because the Virginia, the coastal side of Virginia is not particularly hilly. North, in New Jersey is decently flat. The plain, like Pencil, like that southeastern corner of Pennsylvania and Maryland is not particularly hilly. At least I don't think it is. Oh, well, I'm from the West Coast, so I know how bad curves are. Greeley Mountain Hill, not that scale really means much in a game like this, but we would call that a hill. But as far as just the actual location itself, I've never been to the Virginia. What's the name of the peninsula? All of the artillery on top of Greeley Mountain. Um, and you is really is the peninsula really counted as part of the Appalachians? I will look at Google Maps. Don't think I won't check out Google Maps and zoom in to that little peninsula because this is what I'm known for. This is the content I'm known for. I don't actually play games. I literally just dilly dally. Whoops, hold on. Okay, Google Maps. Window capture. No, display capture. Device not available. What do you mean device not available? Uh, what the fuck are you doing? OBS, please. Can you be normal for just 1 second? Okay. So this battle right now is being fought presumably right here, somewhere between Salisbury and Cape Charles. And this looks incredibly flat. Although we have to wait for it to actually load, which will take a minute. Like there was some detail here, especially where the rivers are running through. Can I find a place that's open? Because like the Appalachians obviously are incredibly hilly. The Appalachians are insane. Being from west of the Rockies, I love the Cascades and I love the Appalachians and I hate the Rockies. I'm starting a Rockies slander club where the whole point is to slander the Rockies as a mountain range in favor of the Cascades and the Appalachians. But this peninsula, the Delaware Peninsula or whatever it's called, with its weird tiny little bit that's part of Virginia. Which, hey, you know what? If we carved out Kanawha or West Virginia out of Virginia during the American Civil War, why didn't Delaware, or I guess Maryland, just annex that tiny little chunk of Virginia at the southern tip of the peninsula? Like, we're in Virginia right now, but if we go, you know, past that call, however far, we'll be in Maryland. Anyway, this is where the battle is taking place right now, not over here. And I would expect most of this terrain. Yeah, well, Maryland should have annexed this. Maryland should have had the big dick energy and just taken all of this for themselves. Okay, when you're this far zoomed out, the terrain doesn't really show up, but it also just doesn't show up if there's not much of it. Like, it's kind of hilly in the north towards Wilmington. But all these real hills, or those are pretty reasonable. Yeah, I mean, compare that to the very southern tip. Although, interestingly, it looks like it's decently high above sea level. Maybe not that much. Maybe that's just a lot of relief, but not actually a lot of elevation. That's really only 20 feet. Honestly, this whole part of the country, I'm not actually sure exists. You could convince me that this coffin I've just made is just a government hoax. Like down here near Wattsville, where we'll pretend this battle is, we've got sea level 20, 40, 60. There's another 60. I don't see 100 feet or even 80 feet anywhere. But if we just jump straight across the bay over here, that's sea level. We've got 20, 40, 20, 40. That might be 60. And then obviously the farther east and north we go, the hillier it gets. Okay, back to this game. Instead of looking at what I have on my internet, um, instead of looking through Santos 24's internet history, uh, let's shoot some Confederates. But yeah, Drummondtown, Virginia, and the southern tip of the Delaware Peninsula, not what I think of when I think of hills. Definitely what I would think of when you ask me to think of pines because of the pine barrens, which I think is the natural like the natural ecosystem of that whole area. But there's not much pine barrens left, which is why I love New Jersey. Yeah, that's a fair point. Although the scale of the map is a bit insane to begin with. Like, this is something I talk about with Minecraft all the time. Here, we have an emote for it. If the computer will load and not freeze when I try to open up the emotes. There we go. Um, absolutely classic. Like, this is an insane amount of up for, like, the size of this hill. Like, looking across this way, the scale of the people versus the trees versus the landscape versus the range of guns in this game. Like, it's a beautiful game, but I don't think I would say the scale is actually done very well. Like, I mean, I'm trying to imagine the trees around me, which would be this tall. You can't see, but I'm putting my finger on the computer screen, and like, I don't mean from here to there. I mean, like, in a straight line up would be like this tall, if not higher. Like, this is maybe from this road, the top of this mountain is probably about 60 yards. So times three, 180 feet. When I say the range, I don't mean the numbers it gives you. I mean like the distance. Like, this Springfield rifle musket has a range of 400 yards. Looking at the size of the humans, this is not 400 yards from here to there. And I know that because looking at the size of the humans, I could easily hit a baseball from where they are standing. And a baseball is very important here because it is the Civil War, and that is when baseball became an important sport. I could easily hit a baseball from where they are standing to the edge of this blue line. But there was no chance I could hit a baseball 400 yards. Like, this is probably about 40 yards, 50. Yeah, yeah. That's when I'm talking about the scale, I mean like the scale in the sense of the artwork and the shape of the terrain and the trees. I play a lot of Minecraft. This is the way I think about things. It's not necessarily a knock against the game because scale is a notoriously difficult thing to get right. And it's even harder to get right without being overwhelming. Yeah, as far as understanding that these have to be the size they are so that you can actually see them, it's fairly good. Although I would like to know, and this is another thing I wish the game had was like a directory that was easily accessible. Like, you know how there was the field book? I wish one of these bits in the field book, like way down at the bottom was just information, or, things people may or may not find interesting. And it would be literally like, here's the longitude and latitude for all of the battlefield maps, and these are the exact names of all of the weapons represented in the game. Go and Wikipedia them. Um, I don't think the manual isn't the manual just the field book? Because I've not seen anywhere where there was just a nice list, and it would be so cool for it to be contained within the game of, here's all of the information that you probably don't care about, but 1 in 100 people will, and so here's it provided. Yeah, but I don't like, I specifically with the game files, I'll look for the manual. Because I've not seen that, if it's not the field book. But I love it when things like that are like incorporated in the game, as opposed to being something you have to look through the game files. Because if I know I could look through the game files, and I bet every map is named not battlefield map of Drummondton, but is named with the actual location of where it is. The Shiloh map would be named Shiloh. Gettysburg map would be named Gettysburg. Things that you could plug into Google and it would give you an actual result. Are you going to form up in a way that's useful? Yes. No, yes. Can I get you to come forwards? If I do that, you might not overlap them. Cool, thank you. Okay, I think that's their entire army. They might have more down over here, but I'm really not convinced of it. So here's what I'm gonna do: is you get yourself single line. This cavalry, you are not cavalry. If I tell you to detach, that means when I give you orders, they won't go to you, right? Is this how this works? If I now tell you to go here, yes, okay. Go ahead and do that, but more importantly, I want you to swap to single line. The cavalry, I think I want you to swing all the way around south to middle. Yeah, but the problem is you only see the maps when you see the maps, right? So say I want to look up where this map is. I have Roker Ridge, Riddle Mountain, and Greeley Mountain. There's probably several Greeley Mountains. There's probably only one Roker Ridge, and there's probably several Riddle Mountains, but there's probably only one place where there's all three of those around a Pine Mountain. But I have to know to look them up, only because I'm on this map. Why can I not give you single line orders? Do you have single line orders? You do. Well, I will move you down behind them. Now, realistically, if I was the AI, what I think I would have done at this point is, knowing that they're encircling me, is all of these guys should have shifted just into the woods. I will wait for you guys to get where you need to go. And then... That's a huge wheel you guys are taking. I think it would look less insane if you actually would get into single line, but I think I'm going to leave you the way you are now. I'm not sure we're winning this artillery duel, mostly because I don't think I ever actually taught the artillery to counter battery fire. So where is... Oh, for fuck's sake. Runyon. Come down this way. McDowell. Tell all of the artillery to counter battery fire and come up to Greedy Mountain. God damn it. Maximum possible casualties. Interesting. See, I wish... That's another thing, is like the ammunition. I think that's the explosive ammo. That's just solid shot. And then that's canister, I think. But it would be really cool if it actually just told you that when you hovered over it. So you guys have been wasting your time fucking shooting at this detachment instead of shooting at the artillery, which I guess is mostly a me problem. Let's get you guys. I need to go to regular speed to come down the hill now. Well, that's going. You guys come this way. Really, I should have you guys be bombarding, I guess. You bombard. Go ahead and bombard right there. We'll have you bombard. Please don't do that. Why did you not? Because I clicked fire at will. That makes sense. That's fair. Who did I tell to do that? Okay. You bombard right there. And you guys bombard also right there. Right, that's what I always thought was that. But that's another one of the funny things about this game is that you do shoot. People shoot a lot faster in the game than they shot in the, in the real world. But they also used to get like supply wagons would come around during the battle and restock on ammo. Units could and would, like, you wouldn't carry 60 rounds with you, but you would get more during the day, presumably, unless you were in the thick of it. But usually you're not in the thick of it for the entire battle all day. And not that the thick of it lasts all day anyway. And then you'd get resupplied. And you would shoot slower too. Oh, here we go. Now they're finally moving about, causing the chaos necessary. Can you come forwards? To really put my plan into motion. Right. Because the funny thing about this is that the artillery batteries are literally just the batteries, but they should have an attached wagon. Like, I feel like the commander, the division commander, should have a supply wagon of some sort. You, apparently, I never told you to do anything. So go shoot these people. you guys shoot them, and you guys shoot them. This isn't gonna end well because Runyon is just fucking way back there doing nothing worth doing. But again, I guess that's my fault for leaving him behind. You close down on them. The cavalry, let's get a nice... I don't want you to have court steel. If I want you to melee, I will tell you to melee. That's just a pissy little detachment. You guys should close that range so that you can turn and shoot these other guys. Your bombardment, where were you bombarding? Apparently you're not bombarding. Apparently you're not shooting anyone. So I guess just shoot them. Your bombardment is useless now, so let's go change from that to just shooting them. Please don't move. You just start shooting them. Quit your bombardment. And you guys also, I guess you're never set to bombard and you're set to counter battery fire, but there's no counter batteries you can fire on, so you're shooting at this other guy. Okay. You guys have chosen, please don't do that, to turn your flank to the enemy instead of looking in their direction. Move up. Move up. Go shoot them. You guys also go shoot them, but come over now. Skirmishers are so silly. It's absolutely just insane. There were definitely battles I have fought. Didn't I tell you guys to do something? Well, I have extended my line, you know, I've doubled the length of my line by sending out skirmishers, and the computer acts like it's encircled, and it just bunches up like this, except worse, and can't do anything. Because it treats the concentration of skirmishers as though they're their own brigades. Okay, thank you for shooting them. Keep moving. This is where I would like to set the AI to attack, but I just don't trust that the AI would actually attack who they should be, or even attack at all. But they aren't in like a strong fortified position, so I don't want to set them to assault. Even though that would get the job done, that would probably get just people thrown in the meat grinder for the sake of being in the meat grinder. You have 400 people, so I'm really not going to waste my time and energy telling you guys to dismount and remount like I probably should. You just shoot them from where you are. You guys keep moving. You guys keep moving. You guys keep moving. You guys, let's get you to turn and go that way. Let's get you into that gap. Okay. I will have you dismount. And I will have you dismount. I don't know that I need to put you in loose formation, though. You have Menards. What do you have? Also Menards. Hello? Please shoot them. Thank you. I don't need that, meant you. Keep moving. Runyon, get yourself right in the fucking thick of it. In fact, by the time your bastards get here, you should just have them charge straight in. Okay, you guys come right up behind them, and come right up behind them. And I guess at that point, go ahead and go loose formation. Are any of you bombarding? No. You all took way more casualties. Wait, does Ord? Hold on. Why is Ord using Napoleons? Shouldn't you just automatically get your own guns? Like, you invented the Ord rifle. Shouldn't you get the Ord rifle? That seems like a gross oversight on my part. So somebody needs to remind me to give him his own damn guns, which we don't have available to us yet, so I can't give him anything. Alright, you, come on, keep it up. They are most certainly going to pull back out of this pocket that we've almost made for them. I don't think we can quite close the pocket in a way that needs to be done. Let me get you saddle back up really quickly. Really quickly. And charge them. Why do you think you're flanked? Because of the routed guy? Why do you think your wheel is flanked? Well, you took too long. Alright. Charge them. Time for everyone to just headlong charge straight into them. This is my preferred tactic, is to just... please don't automatically go to speed 5. Cavalry, mount up. That's a much larger brigade than you are. So, go stab them with the pointy sticks. You have swords for a reason. Woohoo! Oh, that shadowed them. That shadowed them real quick. Oops, I meant stab them. Are you guys still just chasing them down? You are. You're never gonna catch them because they can run faster than your horses can. But, whatever. Something tells me these Confederates would probably surrender in a situation like this. But I guess I don't know. I've never surrendered to a Union army because I am the Union army. Where do you think they're going? Why do you think the division commanders are just following the shadowed guys instead of actually running away? Yeah, come on, keep it up. You're on the old 1-2. I feel like in order to actually get the AI to surrender, which is a very total war thing we're doing right now, um, we have gone from playing a Civil War game to playing Total War Napoleon here. But I feel like in order to actually get them to surrender, they have to not be shadowed yet. Like you have to shadow them by charging. And even then, it hardly ever happens. Okay, now we can go ×5. Let you guys just run around. Oh, there's still shots. Who's not broken? No? Okay. Well, that was pretty good. The other funny thing is that these guys are on a peninsula they don't have access to, so they should just surrender. The whole army should surrender. But instead it's gonna like spin around and retreat back to Dover and then probably have to be whack-a-mole again and again and again. We didn't lose as many guns as I thought we had. Shit, that was a fight. Another minor victory. I didn't look at the percentages, so I have no idea how close we were or not, but surely even just one of the brigades that should have probably surrendered. 4,000 men. 4,000 men out of how many did they have? 21,000? I mean, I guess that's not even close to 26%. What would be 26%? 8,000? Seven and a half thousand? Brigadier General Palmer has become famous and an inspiration for his men. This will be interesting to see what happens with this army, because they really might. I mean, the straw tip at the bottom says they should disband realistically, but I don't think they will. Battle of Jumpington is under the Army of Virginia, retreating in panic. My commanders earned us a total victory. Good job, McClellan. The enemy army running for their lives. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 4,000 men, thereof only 400 killed and 2,500 captured. Our casualties total 1,000 men, with 150 killed, 150 missing, and the rest wounded. That's a lot of wounded. I don't really want to fight another battle tonight, although I guess we don't need to because it looks like I'm nowhere near any battles. But I do want to see where you guys go. North. What? Where the fuck is this? Is this in Louisville? Where are they? Are they over here? Wait, I'm confused. Who is this? It's you, right? But there was nobody here. I'm going to just save it here. And that is going to be it. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much, and next time we will fight this Battle of Louisville against an army that apparently doesn't actually exist. I'm not really sure. So until then, thank you very much.